Someone asked me today in the TDM Business Telegram group, how do I sign my first creator? And it got me thinking, because when we started years and years ago, we didn't have a clue either, but we just figured it out. And that's kind of what I want to get across to you guys here watching today, thinking, how do I sign my first creator? There's no formula, there's no SOP, there's no way that you should do it. And frankly, I actually feel as though if you do try and follow the SOP or formula that's set out to you by the gurus of the space, the same kind of people that are teaching these guys these high ticket closing strategies, it just looks even worse. Most creators would sooner just talk to someone who isn't following a script than someone who is. And I think especially in something like OFM, where relationships with creators are built based on authenticity, integrity, morality, more than sales skills, I don't think you need to worry too much about it. I think the first thing that you need to do is work out, can I actually provide value? Because it's all well and good signing creators, and I'm the first person to advocate for just making a start and going for it, but do it on the basis that you know it's going to see ROI. Make sure that if you do sign a creator, you know what to do with it. So when you get that opportunity to work with her, you can bring value, keep her, see the referrals, etc. So let's figure out how to actually sign them. Number one, the marketplace, right? No, this is not how we sign creators. If this is advice you've been given, or this is an idea that you've come up with, stop, go back, and forget you ever said it, all right? And I'll pretend that you've thought about it as well. This is not the way to do things, and it's not something that you should ever consider. It is essentially human trafficking. You are buying low quality models, you are paying for leads that are free, and you are not actually learning the value of sales skills. So scrap that. IG outreach. You're not going to sign $1 million creator doing this, and you're probably not going to sign that many creators at all, because every other agency is doing this. But it costs you a few dollars a day. It can happen every single day. It can happen on as many accounts as you can work out how to get it on. Why would you not do this? It is a basic to run in the background. We still hire creators to this day through Instagram outreach, and we're an agency that are signing creators doing 7 figures monthly. So if we can do it, then you can do it. And if we can see value, you can see value. So this one needs to happen regardless. Number two is actually a spin-off of this, and it kind of applies to everything else, and it's going to be referrals. Now, it's not easy to get referrals if you don't have any clients. So this one is kind of redundant for the idea of how to sign your first creator, but I'm absolutely going to put it in there, because the second you do and the second you provide value, offer a referral scheme. I can't stress how important referrals are for growing the agency consistently, because if you have a relationship with all of your creators where they're all happy, they're all referring, and then you do that again and they're all referring, and you do that again and they're all referring, the amount of new leads that you get, the amount of opportunity that you get, especially if you're in the right niche. Like an example would be, if you sign a good trans creator, you get to sign all the trans creators that you want. If you sign a great e-girl, you get to sign all the e-girls that you want. If you sign a dominatrix, you can do all the dominatrix that you want. You get to wriggle into different marketplaces. You get to basically pick creators that you want to pick without even doing any outreach or trying to sign them. So it's such a powerful strategy that even if you haven't signed a creator yet, know how the hell you're going to do that when you get the second chance to. 3, networking. Quite a broad term, and something that a lot of people will use as a buzzword to say, like, your network is your net worth. No shit, mate, but what we actually going to do with that information. So this is important to think about how you can use your network to sign creators. Now, I don't mean who do I know that does OnlyFans that I can message. I mean, who do you know that knows people, right? If you know somebody that runs an Instagram agency or a marketing agency, or you know somebody that does talent management for influencers, or you know somebody that has loads of friends that stream on Twitch, okay, say, hey, do any of these do OnlyFans? Do you want to make a little bit of money on the side? What do you think about referrals? Have those conversations with your network and say, look, this is a service that I do. I'm pretty confident in it. I want to give you a piece of the pie. I'll definitely put a drink on, whatever you can do to help me. Do you know anybody that would potentially be a good fit? Okay, have those conversations, go through your Instagram following, go through your contact list, work out who you know that might know someone that might find value in your service. Number 4, search engines. So this would be things like OnlyFinder in the past. It would be things like OnlyMatch or Fans Metrics today. You can be extremely specific with what you want, and that means you can pick out creators that you think you can genuinely offer value to. Now, it isn't difficult to see that if you've got a creator you can provide value to, that's exactly what you want to work with. Something that you've got experience with. Maybe you're a gamer and you want to find gamers. Maybe you're a goth and you like goths. Pick people that suit who you have a natural connection with and who can offer a lot of value to. That's probably going to work out pretty well. Another example that's quite similar to that, or in fact another 2 examples that are quite similar to that, are going to be porn sites and cam sites. The reason why these make sense is because you have immediate leverage, okay? Do porn stars really want to do all of that for free or very little money? Probably not. Do cam girls really want to do all of that work for very little money every single day? Probably not. You've got immediate leverage because they would rather rather work less hours for more money. They would rather not put it all out there for free. So there's immediate leverage when you touch base with these people to say, hey, I can basically solve a problem. That's pretty much what you can say in every case there. And that's valuable for you. And the next best bit of this is that you can also be extremely specific with who you want to recruit. Again, if you're a gamer, find gamer porn videos. Makes a lot of sense. Another one that's quite good is websites SEO. Not something that applies to everybody. And there's going to be lots of examples that suggest this isn't as good of an idea if you're signing your first creator as the others, because it might cost money or take some time. But don't overlook it as a valuable tool for recruitment, because you can sign some amazing creators. We've had some fantastic leads come through SEO. And additionally, a website, it's a lot of social proof. If the other ones of these are going pretty well, let's say you've Instagram outreached a great creator and you found an amazing website, it's going to double down on your pitch. Whereas if you can't find anything, your pitch doesn't look as strong. Now, all of this is valuable, right? Because we can get started with all of these and we can do it all. But ultimately, you're going to run into some problems if you don't have confidence on the sales call and you don't actually deliver. So when you do start working with a creator, make sure that you get stuck in, you put your heart and soul into it, and you offer genuine value. That first one's the hardest one, because 1 can turn into 2, and 2 can turn into 4, and 4 can turn into 8 quicker than you can realize, especially when you've got results to leverage, referrals to engage with. So make sure that when you do finally get the chance to sign that first creator, that you absolutely crush the sales call, you bring her over the line, and you offer genuine value.